Hey there friends, how's it going? Richard here. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for checking this channel out, checking the video out. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe. As always trying to drop new content, whether it's about driving a Tesla, creating side hustle, affiliate marketing, and creating a life of your design. Anyways, so with all the news that Tesla's been making recently, you may be considering that it's time to get your own Tesla, which is awesome. The car is super dope, great to drive. I look forward to driving. My last car was a 2015 Mercedes C-Class, which I enjoyed driving as well, but nothing compared to the Tesla experience. Significantly different. Just a different experience is what it is. Anyways, so if you're considering getting a Tesla, the question is like, what kind of Tesla should you look into? And what by that I mean, like, new versus used. Is it worth it to get a used Tesla? So I want to dive into my experience with that in this video. Alright, so the first thing is, where can you get a used Tesla from? Answer number one is going to be your local dealership. Now, for me personally, because Teslas or electric vehicles generally are so new and such unique vehicles, kind of unique creatures, I don't necessarily trust the shop down the street, or, you know, at least here in New York City, the dealerships, to know what they're doing with with electric vehicles. It's hard enough sometimes when you get a traditional gas-powered vehicle from these places. I once had a friend who purchased a car from a big dealership here in Queens, and the thing, after about a week, I think, blew up. Fortunately it was parked, no one was hurt, but it blew up. So I don't know if I have too much faith in buying used cars from traditional dealership, let alone an electric vehicle. So for me, your local dealership was out of the question. Place number two is going to be an online dealership, like those like Carvana and Vroom, those situations. Now, I purchased my 2015 Mercedes from Carvana. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. Pretty seamless. They offered great prices and whatnot. But the same kind of reluctance for the Tesla came up with me with Carvana. They do have a few on there, but if you read or check out some Tesla owner forums, you'll realize that you could either get so much value, because when they set the car or put it on for sale, they either don't know what they're talking about, and so they miss features. People have shared experiences that they've overpaid, thinking they're getting like a long range or something like that, and they actually got a standard range, or, you know, they bought what they thought was going to be a standard range plus or something like that, and ended up getting like a long range with full self-driving. So it can be hit or miss with those dealerships as well. Again, for me, I want the comfort and safety of knowing that where I get the car from understands what the car is. And for me, the third place is where I want to get my Tesla from, and that is from Tesla.com. You can get a Tesla from both. As you can see, Grand Central Parkway, here we go. You can get your Tesla from, walk into one of the shops, design studios, or you can just do it online. Design studio is weird. They just do the same thing. They have the website up and they help you build the car, which I guess maybe they have some. I know there are some like hidden options. Like if you want the standard range vehicle, I think you have to go into a store and ask for it. But that's where I wanted to get my car from. Now, the cool thing about Tesla used vehicles directly from Tesla is that they have a pretty good warranty. New vehicles come with a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, which is pretty, I guess, it's okay. It's not as long as, let's say, some of the more, I guess, budget-friendly vehicles that exist today. The Hyundai, Kia, that has like 10-year, 100,000-mile warranties, but 4-year, 50,000 miles seems pretty standard for automakers. Now, the cool thing about used vehicles is they add on to that 1 year, I think it's an extra 10,000 miles, right? So whatever balance of any warranty you had left, if you buy a used vehicle under that original warranty, you still get, let's put autopilot on and we'll set it up. you get the original balance, and then you get a year and 10,000 miles added to that, which is pretty dope. So in my case, for instance, I bought a 2020 Model 3, and it still had, you know, 3 years left on it, more than 3 years. So I got like whatever the balance is, 3 years and 3 months, or 3 years and 6 months, plus an extra year on top of that. So pretty long warranty that I've got on this car, which is nice, knowing that I don't have to worry about nicks and things breaking and where I'm going to get it replaced. So that's pretty awesome. Another cool thing about Tesla.com used cars is that they go through like 135 or 145 point warranty, inspection. So the car, you know, they deliver it in pretty good shape. Maybe, I don't know exactly what that entails, but I assume they swap out, you know, broken fidgety things, make sure all the hinges are working and greased, and anything that's making any kind of like vibration or sound, they replace that. So it's pretty cool. So those are the 3 places that you can get your used Tesla from if you're in the market for used. And I got mine from Tesla.com because of the peace of mind, the 100 whatever point inspection, plus the extra warranty is icing on the cake. Now, why get a used versus a new? Which it really depends on your flavor. And in retrospect, looking back at the decision, knowing what I know now, I probably do a few things differently. So I wanted to share that with you. So before we get to like what I would do differently, let's talk about what the differences are between the 2020, which I'm driving right now, and the 2021 Model 3. So one of the biggest differences is the addition of a heat pump. The older Model 3s, or let's say version 1 of the Model 3s, I think the heating system is like a toaster. There are heating elements, and that's blown through, and that eats through your battery, essentially, is what it is. So it's not very efficient. And so Tesla in the 2021 replaced that with a heat pump, which is claimed to be more efficient. I don't know, I'm not an engineer to claim that heat pump is more efficient or not, but you know, I assume that there was a design change with the heat pump so that it would increase efficiency. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that the trunk is a power trunk. The trunk here on the 2020 is just your normal manual trunk. When you pop it open, it just like nothing too major or anything. You got to go and open the thing up. But the power trunk, from when you open it, it'll go all the way, and I think it closes itself as well. I don't know. I should have checked that before I started making this video. But power trunk, which is cool too. Another upgrade on the 2021 is they use double pane windows. I don't know if there's some people out there who have done some rudimentary tests that you can find on YouTube. I think one of them is R. Simons in Europe, I think in England or so. But they've done a video where they just held up like the phone and driving comparable speeds, comparable roads, and the difference is about like 5 decibels. There are some aftermarket products that you can buy on Amazon for like $30 to help dampen any noise. There's the noise comes in from either the tires or the wind hitting the car, and you know, anything you can do to dampen the noise would be cool. So I appreciate like double pane windows. I don't know if it makes a significant difference, but that's one of the upgrades in the refresh 2021. Next is going to be the blacked out trim on the 2021. The 2020 had the door handles, the Tesla logo in the front. They're chrome. And I think the window trim is chrome. You see, yeah, it's chrome. The trim on the mirrors, those are chrome as well. For 2021, they blacked it out. It's a nice little touch. I think it also depends on what color car you have. I have the Midnight Silver Model 3, and I personally wouldn't want the blacked out trim on it. It just, I think the silver, the chrome, along with the performance wheels, which I'll get to, make the car look really, it just gives it a really sharp look. It looks sporty yet refined, kind of like the suit. So I think it depends on whether or not, what color your car you're getting and what your taste is. I think for the white vehicle, the blacked out trim looks amazing. I've seen it on the red. It doesn't look, it just clashes. I don't know what it is. For me, it just doesn't work. But that's another upgrade for the 2021 refresh. Another change 2021 from 2020 is that the Aero Wheels, the 18-inch Aero Wheel caps, were redesigned a little bit. Not significantly, but just enough that it's noticeable. The Aero Wheels suggest that, or people have tested it out, show some increased efficiency in range or drivability, consumption of power. So you're getting more miles by using the Aero Wheels. So presumably the change to the design of the Aero Wheels increased that efficiency, bumped it up a little bit. Who knows? Another change for the 2021 is increased battery range. I think the long range model, which this is for 2020, was estimated at 322 miles at its longest, and the 2021 is at 350 miles, so almost like a 10% increase. Now, here's the thing I'm going to say about that. If you are buying an electric vehicle and you have the capacity to charge it every day, whether at home or at work, then I don't necessarily think that the increased range, estimated range, matters significantly. It's just, it becomes a non-issue, right? Because for most daily driving, you're not pushing the range. On long trips, you know, I think more than range, you're probably stopping based on what you got going on, right? When I travel, I often take my dog, so we've got to plan out letting him go outside to use the bathroom, stopping to eat and whatnot. And I think that whether it's the 322 mile estimated or 350 miles, you're going to be making comparable stops. So I don't know if that would be my deciding factor for, you know, getting a used versus new Tesla. I think there was, let me see, what other changes from 2021? The 2021, the Sentry mode, there's a USB drive in the glove box, and that's where you connect Sentry mode, whereas Sentry mode on this Model 3, you connect in the center console. The other design change was the center console. Whereas before you had this like piano black thing that smudged and looked like, I was always concerned it was going to scratch really easily. I put a covering on it that you can get on Amazon. I'll drop the link in the descriptions to make it a matte black finish. But the redesign keeps the wireless charger where it is. It's like tucked underneath on the first panel, tucked underneath the screen. And then the second panel is now a slide tray. I don't know which one is better, which one's worse. I mean, I kind of like this, the center console as it is. You touch it down, it opens. There's a wide, massive opening. I'm not constrained by the slide tray. They did change the finish to like a matte finish, and again, you can get an aftermarket part on Amazon. I think I paid for my kit like $15 or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head. Just stick it on, boom, and it changed the world out of this car. Made it, for me, much more pleasurable aesthetic overall. So those are the changes from the 2020 to the 2021, right? There may be one or two others, but I'm driving, so now, is it worth it? Becomes the question. I think it depends on what you want, and so let me dive into that a little more. I paid for this car, and I'm maybe being very transparent here, which is cool. For the sticker price, or the sale price, was $44,100, which is a lot. It's a 2020 Model 3. It had 4,500 miles on it. Midnight silver, the 19-inch sport wheels, and acceleration boost. Okay. So those are the things that the car came with for $44,100. When I priced it out, like with the 2021, I was saving, I think off the top of my head, like $6,000, which is a lot of money. Now, so would I guess going back to the original question, what would I change now? I think some features that I would do differently. I would not do the 19-inch wheels. Knowing what I know now, even though I like the look, the 19-inch wheels are beautiful. They just, especially on this car, the midnight silver. I've also seen them on the white. They look amazing. So the 19-inch wheels just look really sharp. I think for me, range is the biggest thing. I park my car on the street. I don't have a home charger, or I don't have access to charging at home. I don't have access to charging at work. So range is like my priority. And knowing what I know now, I would sacrifice the look of the wheels for the range. And I would take the 18-inch Aeros. Even underneath, if you take the caps off, the wheels they're not ugly. They're not like fugly. They're decent looking wheels. But I mean, they're not the 19-inch sport wheels, but still, I would make that swap to reduce the cost of a new car. I also wouldn't care about acceleration boost. A lot of people, if you look at videos, they talk about and they share like the fun of going 0-60, 0-100 in whatever it is, 3 point something seconds. Acceleration boost makes this car go 0-60 in 3.7 seconds. So when I have my nephew in here, when I have friends in here or family members who's the first time in a Tesla, like, yeah, it's cool to do that, step on it and watch their heads pop back and everyone's laughing like it's a roller coaster, right? That's fun. Is it something that I do on my daily drive like I'm doing right now? No. So I wouldn't care about acceleration boost. I wouldn't pay the $2,000 that it costs to open it up if you don't have it. So that's another thing that I would change. So the third option is paint color. And again, because of my circumstance, while I like the white car, it looks beautiful, because I park on the street, because I don't have a garage or a driveway to park my car, white was challenging for me to take. And I used to have a white car and it got nicked up really bad, and you can see every scuff, every time someone kisses your bumper, it appears. So for me, parking on the street, I needed a darker color. This midnight silver has a few like rock scratches, nothing major, but it hides it really well. You can't see a thing. So I would probably do the same thing, pay for the upgrade on paint, and move away from the white, get either black or this midnight silver. So when you look at those changes, the cost of a new Tesla is not significantly more than what I paid for this 2020 used Tesla. Sure, I got some features on there. I got the premium wheels, I got the added paint color, and I got acceleration boost for less than that would cost for a new car. That being said, I would trade some of that for the heat pump and for the power trunk, are the two things that even right now I would probably pay, depending on how expensive it is. If Tesla offered a retrofit for those two things, I would definitely consider it. The ability to install a heat pump and also to retrofit the trunk with an automatic lift gate or power lift gate, power close. Only if it's power close. Because if it's just power open, I can just install struts for $20 and take care of it that way. So yeah, I think in retrospect, knowing what I know now about range and what the priority is and features that this car came with, that I could maybe exchange for other features, I'd probably do that. I'd probably go with a new Tesla 2021 because of the heat pump, because of the power trunk, and because of the estimated increase in range. I think the difference in price, and if you take away the premium wheels and even keep it at white, I think the difference in price is maybe like $3,000 or something like that. So it's not that, I mean, $3,000 is a lot of money, but not that much more for features. So I would probably go back, buy a new Tesla, white, Aero Wheels, yeah, is what I would do, as opposed to buying the 2020 Model 3 that I have, which is used with 4,500 miles, but comes with midnight silver, sorry about that, premium wheels, and acceleration boost. Now, so then if even I, as a used Tesla owner, I'm recommending to buy a new Tesla, why would you buy a used Tesla? I think it goes back to what your feature requests are, right? If you're someone who does like being able to step on the accelerator and the car just boosting, yeah, acceleration boost is great. Right now, I don't have full self-driving on this vehicle. I would get full self-driving. And I live in New York City, so I don't know how much I would trust it. It's just that I feel as if in a year or 2 years, it's gonna be functional, and I would, if I'm gonna buy it, I'd want it now before the price goes up. And I think that's the proposition, the value for the used Teslas. You can get features at a discount, right? So for instance, I got acceleration boost at a discount. I got the premium wheels at a discount. I got the paint at a discount. So if you're knowing what you want, right? I think if anyone watching this is thinking about a Tesla, you just gotta like outline your priorities. Is it range? Is it speed? Is it comfort, right? Or amenities, right? If it's amenities, then yeah, you get a new one. So you get the power trunk, you get the heat pump. Like, you don't have to worry about those things. If it's range, right, you get 18-inch wheels as opposed to 19-inch wheels. Or who cares about acceleration boost, because that thing sucks your battery. So I think you gotta sit down and identify your priorities, what they are, and then you make your decision, new versus used. Because I think in the used, and especially right now, there's not a lot of inventory. I just take a look once in a while to see what they have in terms of Model 3s, Model Ys. Looking at it, I feel like I got a great value, because the cost of some of those used vehicles has gone up, and they don't even come close to the specs of this car. So you're paying more money for less, which is crazy to me. So yeah, I think I would encourage people to really consider getting a new Tesla as opposed to a used, unless of course there are certain features, whether it's full self-driving, acceleration boost, a certain paint color that you'd have to pay extra for, that you can get sort of at a discount if you find it used. So hopefully you found this informational and enjoyable while I'm driving to work. If you are considering getting a Tesla, be sure to use my referral link, dropping it below. Head in there, either an incognito window, or clear your browser, clear the cache. Why? Because if you end up getting a new Tesla, both you and I will get 1,000 free supercharging miles. That's like, well, for me, half a month. I put in, on 30 days, I put about 2,000 miles on this car. But still, you'll help me out and get 2 weeks of charging, which is awesome. This is pretty dope too, man. When you go in reverse and drive, if it's below 5 miles an hour, you don't have to stop. You just like go and press the accelerator, and it just does it. It's cool. So yeah, now that I'm here at work, thank you for checking this out. Be sure to subscribe so you get notified of any other videos I throw out there, which there should be more and a lot. Yeah, and again, new versus used Tesla. I don't regret my used Tesla decision. I would do some things differently knowing what I know now. I changed some of the feature set, probably get a new 2021 to take advantage of the heat pump that's included, as well as the power trunk. For me, the wheels don't matter, so I'd go with 18-inch wheels. It's range is now my priority, because I don't have access to a charger at home or at work. So I want everything, whatever features I pay for, to help increase range. So on the 2021, you get increased estimated battery range, you get allegedly better, more efficient Aero Wheels. Yeah, so that's what it is. So if you're out there considering it, be sure to check out a new Tesla. If you're looking for certain features, definitely check out the used Teslas, because that's where you find some value for some of those feature sets. And with that, be sure to use my link. Until next time, take care, be well, bye for now.